Hey guys, how you guys doing? Back with another video. I saw these intros are so repetitive, like I said, the same thing over and over and over, but that's besides the point. What matters is the information, and this I'm gonna bring it to you guys. Okay, man, last week was actually a good week, man. We took a Euro, AUD trade. We project the price to go down here. We see price go down here. Amazing. What did we do right about this trade? That I would say, is the fact that we just look at the weekly and see that the weekly, this was a chance of a weekly coming down to this area. It closed as a doji where this could be a sign of, reversal, possibly, but we just was going based upon what we seen price previously did here. It continued here. It continued, so we just assumed that it would continue again. But this could be the reversal point, right? Because now price is above here. I mean, it's not it's still, daily sells, but price were to go up a little bit, then most definitely, it's a possible reversal. GPCHF, exactly what we predicted to happen. Um, Made a, almost 5.5 R, off this trade. And imagine if you were just to hold this, right? And well, you would have been up like how much hours is this? Like 10 hours, right? So get trade USD CAD and I enter this trade. Still do what I assume I would have done. US 30. Yeah. I got to the point where I assumed it would have went, but if I had entered the trade, I would definitely would have lost because price didn't get it to DP and it ended up dropping, right? APNTD, didn't take that trade. Okay, yes, oil. So let's just go down for the breakdowns and see, just gonna trade swings and see what we could probably execute for the week if there is something. If it's not, it's cool, right? Um, but XRP, what's XRP getting into right now? Let's just cool. I'm good. Bitcoin, I'm good. Oh, super nice. Interesting. Actually, if you look at Bitcoin, it's just like its own like Bitcoin is bearish, right? That's the weekly. What level of interest is there? Definitely this, right? One, two taps, right? Price, right? The engulfing, the daily, they just hit like a head and shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I would assume that if I'm weekly, shorten this daily, um, this area here, definitely, definitely an area of interest here. Um, and let's see something on that. Definitely a level here. Cool. So definitely two levels of interest. What would, what I've been looking for? Obviously, we see now we do have a head and shoulder pattern here. The daily already has the engulfing prices here. So let's be realistic, right? Let's write this down. Weekly. We have the weekly and daily, right? That's so far. Far maybe, but let's say weekly, daily so far. Weekly and daily, we do have, I had a weekly, area of interest, at the daily area of interest, right? Um, Interest. So now we have also that we do have, a weekly engulfing. We do have a weekly engulfing, something that we'll be interested in. And then we also have, daily tests of head and shoulder, special, right? We have these going for ourselves. So right now we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So all we literally need is a shift of structure. Um, at this level, we can get a shift of structure at this level. Then we can literally aim for downside cells to this area, right? So we're just trying to see what price gives us, kind of. Um, just can price open up? Price close, open up here. Like, can price open up here? We can do this area and then continue down. It could do something like that. Or it also could, get back in here, give us a better, vibe to, like, now start, elongating on this side, right? This more ideal. Can this happen? It possibly can as well, right? Um, but I would want price to come into here somewhere. Like actually be kind of like a retest of the head and shoulders, like into this area. So if that happens, then that'll be really good. So that's what I'm looking, forward to be honest. But can this also happen? Yes, it also can happen, right? So something ideally for us to look is for that. So Bitcoin is giving vibes that it could sell off. Bitcoin has a weird way of just doing moves without even properly prepping for it. But the fact that all this lined up, I would want price to just get into here, shift structure, and then, you know, we have the biggest risk to reward in our lifetimes, right? Like imagine price shift the structure here and then just, coming down here, right? We saw ideal. So the question we're gonna ask ourselves, right, based on the weekly, like what do we see happening? I do see price, creating that weekly wick, but I do obviously see it price in the long run. But taking to this downside only. Because remember, we're asking ourselves, where do we see price going, um, only going? If I see price going in both directions, then it's not high probability, but I really only see price continue to the downside. So that is the confidence that I have. This is where I get the confidence from when it comes down to this of, the idea of which direction we're going. Because if the weekly is overall and it's showing us that this is the only possible way, or this is the only way that we see it happening, obviously you should not be, not saying that you're gonna be right all the time, but 80, 90% of the time, right? We know the direction. So we know the weekly is giving us the direction saying it's where price is going. You know where it's going for sales. Now we're just gonna look at other time frames and just see, ask ourselves, when is it going? When is it ready to, take off? So take a picture of this in your head of an idea of where we could see price going. And I do believe that you can see price, continue up some more to get the wick in, but I want price to come here, eventually shift structure. Give me a good foundation. But also, I want you to buy a price to open up here and just continue to the downside, right? So definitely something that I'm interested in. Uh, yeah, definitely. US oil, looking for, buy side vibes on US oil. US oil have been having some frequent, moves happening. Been having some frequent moves happening, and this is what we see happen. Weekly, where do we see it going? Continue back to the upside, right? Because price came above this level, engulf. Only place I see it going is continuing up, right? Question is, hey, cool. Continue up. It's on the 4 hour. Let's see. Price bomb, 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 bomb. We just want price to come back down here, and give us the vibes that we're looking forward to, buy up, right? So we'll see how that, plays out. But nonetheless, I am the GOAT, and these trades have been, working out in my favor somewhat, right? So let's continue. Gold. I'll do this real quick. Gold. not interested. That's basically based on, you know, where it's at, honestly. It's too high. Um, let's just remove all drawings. See what we can see happening. Okay. Price is above here. Why we come out here, price get ready to fall? Which is the highest it's ever been. Um, I do see price. It is bullish. It is bullish. It just gives me vibes that I'm cool to become low here. Have vibe. Still it is bullish, right? We know that. It is. Well, the downside. That's literally the vibe it's kind of giving me, along with all these rejections. Question is, yeah, I could see price, rejecting my position. I'll be real with you, 100%. Do I know? No, honestly. But this ain't off of that show me that it could possibly look at the downside, right? Um, Jaden, I'm doing recording something. So it'd be something that we could be interested in, or like, sells. Okay, now, I'm here. I'm good, bro. Just literally just what happened. About here, hey, DJ, we're up here. Now, listen to this, right? We're like, we're up here, right? So what are we looking to do? Okay, cool. I do believe I see price continuing down. This is what I see happening, right? I don't see anything else happening. Do we see this happening? I think this is the only thing I see happening, right? What's it, daily? Okay, cool. Daily bearish. So the only thing I hate is like that price. Already went into this area. Well, for me to be interested in this, price would literally have to be down here. Don't come here. I didn't come right back down here. That's literally the only thing that would make sense. The only thing I would be interested in. So that doesn't happen. Good. But I keep an eye on it. Yeah. I have to keep an eye. Let's just, see what price you want to, get into type vibes. So we'll see. We're good. I'm good. Bearish. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Weekly is bearish. I'm good. Okay, what we're gonna do is this. Remove all drawings. Two prices obviously bullish. Here, eventually bearish, right? Engulfing. Which levels are important? That's important. Everything in here is important, right? Definitely, everything in here is important. Price is bearish. Simple as this. Price comes up here. Right. Okay, so what we want price to do, come down a bit. Goes below here. It goes below here. When price is close below here, then bomb. We head out to the next move down here. Okay, this is what looks ideal. And get that yourself. Where's the see price going? Literally, this price continued up here. This is the way going because I see price continues further more to the downside. Right. It's the only place I see it going. I do not see price continuing up this way. No. That. How long it takes to get there, what it does, I don't know, but I do see it eventually going down this direction. So JPCAD definitely a trade that I'm interested in. Um, and wait, over there. What is that? JPCAD. What do you know?